Hello everyone, welcome to this free training. This training is designed to help you all with multiple strategies to deal with the topic, the burning topic, how to crack the OC or the selective examination. There's no substitute for hard work, but just hard work is not enough. You need to put in your hard work smartly to convert it to success. Hello, my name is Dr. Suresh Agarwal and I am an educator by heart. Let me start with few questions for you. Are you preparing for OC or selective exam? Are you confused whether to join an institute or not? Well, only you have the answer for the first question. And for the second one, we are there to help you solve your problem in a very simple and easy manner. To crack any examination, you need to first know the prerequisites for the examination. Before appearing in the exam, you should review the syllabus of the exam, various subjects and weightage given to each subject so that you can plan your studies accordingly. Well, that takes me to another question. Have you already appeared in these exams and could not crack them? To answer that, let me quote, "Failure is only the opportunity to begin again and this time more intelligently." First things first, before starting your preparation for any exam, glance through the syllabus and the topics very carefully. Don't run after too many resources for your preparation. Before I reveal all the secrets to crack these examinations, let's hear from one of our satisfied parents, Mr. Kaushik. He says he tried a lot of resources and institutes for his daughter Ahana, who was preparing for OC exam. He himself had very little knowledge about the exam structure and syllabus, so he kept looking for one or more resources to help his daughter aid in cracking the exam, but unfortunately he was not satisfied. So when he joined us, he could feel the difference and started gaining confidence. His daughter Ahana started getting motivated and was fully dedicated for her preparation. Now moving on, here are a simple step that you can also follow like Ahana did. Always follow a timetable. As a first step, make a timetable keeping in mind what you want to achieve and in what time. Preparing a time-based goal always helps in knowing how much you need and how much to prepare for the exam. Always focus on preparation. Instead of just memorizing, understand. Once the concept is clear, it will help you remember your concepts for a very long period of time. Third, evaluate yourself. Evaluating yourself from time to time is crucial for effective exam preparation. Fourth, stay positive and confident. Confidence is the key. Positive thoughts in mind always help. And with these initial steps, Ahana too gained confidence and could crack her exam. Wow! So that's what we call success, and that's what we do at Hey Guru. Let's first start with the beginning. Examinations is always an important part of program of study, right? And it is important that you are already prepared to face them. There's no single best method for preparation, as each one of us have personal preferences of what and how to prepare. However, it is possible to draw an effective method for examination preparation which will meet your individual needs. So here are some tips. Always start early to avoid last minute panic. Know what is expected so that you are calm, focused and confident. Use effective study strategies to increase memory and know how to overcome common dilemmas in exam preparation. Find out the ways to relax and stay calm during exam to improve your performance. Now let's see some of the key steps to embark the beginning of your preparation. Step 1. Planning the course material. You need to select a very good book which adequately covers the topics which you are studying. You may also select different books for different topics. The key to selecting the right textbook is consulting your educators or somebody who has already cracked the exam. The second point is preparation. You need to follow the principles of understanding. Always aim for understanding. Look for examples to illustrate the topic. Promote understanding by rearranging the material. Consider your topic from all possible angles. The principles of memorizing: never memorize something that you don't understand. Always try to link new material with what you have learned earlier. Select the important items to remember. Organize the material into a meaningful system. The sequence of memorizing should be the same as the logical sequence of the material. Long pieces should be memorized in shorter chunks. Go over the notes within 12 hours of reading them or writing them. Try to master each topic before leaving it, but do not spend so much of time in other areas or do not ignore other subject areas. Don't overlearn. That's also very important. Mock examinations. At least 10 to 15 days prior to the real examination, you need to conduct a self-assessment. That means you need to make an assessment of your answers by responding to some of the questions like, what were your total marks? How many marks you lost because you did not understand the theory? How many marks did you lose as a result of simple errors in your responses? How many marks were lost because you could not interpret a question or you answered a different question from the one you were asked to answer? How many marks were lost because you ran out of time? So identify your weak areas. Work on your weak areas. Go through the examiner comments. Actually attempt the questions and do not just go through the solutions. A common myth about multiple choice questions is that they think it is easier to attempt them because you just need to mark one correct response. This is, however, not necessarily the case. The questions are a lot more challenging and contain little tricks which you need to master and understand the material thoroughly. So it is important to study very actively for the multiple choice questions. Well, this was our first step, which helped us in setting the foundation for the exam. Now moving on to reveal our secret number 2. Since we are all set with our planning, preparation of the exam now and the nervousness is but obvious, right? So how to be ready for the exam? Preparing for exams is a task most students dread. It involves time and hard work and is the cause of a lot of stress and anxiety. Learning some strategies to make your preparation and revision a little more effective can be the first step towards greater exam success. Anxiety, is the fear is really unknown and you can actually manage this by managing your time. Putting off revision will only make the task increasingly more difficult when you do eventually confront it. So, use a blank weekly planner to organize the study period available to you. Know how much of your time is worth in the marking process and allot the appropriate amount of study time to it. Set realistic limits on the amount of study you can do and allow regular breaks for rest and relaxation. Assign specific segments of work to each review time. This breaks the big task into smaller components and provides you with minor goals to achieve. Then comes the managing space part. Find a study space that works for you. Keep a routine environment as much as possible, free from distractions. You don't need to answer emails or answer telephone calls and other activities. So make your own study spot as similar to the exam room environment as possible. This helps recall of information when you are sitting in the exam room. Then comes managing motivation. Remind yourself of why you are here and what you want to achieve. Use your exam anxiety as a built-in motivator. Look for interesting parts of your study to generate an inherent fascination. Now comes the most important thing, managing the unknown. Find out as much information about the structure of your upcoming exam as possible. There should be no surprises in this area. This will involve asking your lecturers or tutors questions like, when and where will the examination be held? How much time will be available to complete the exam? How many questions will be there? Will there be a choice of questions? What style will the questions be? Like multiple choice, problem solving, essays, short answer, long answer. What percentage of the total marks for the topic is the exam worth? What can we bring with us in the examination hall? What can I get as copies of like past papers for this exam? These questions will guide your revision and preparation. And the last one, step 3, how to crack the exam. Productive revision is one of the very important things. Most students have some idea of how to go about preparing for exam, but what proved useful for school examinations may be less effective for examinations on programs of higher education. You need to identify what will be the most efficient method of revision for examinations on the course you are now studying. So, reducing detailed notes into shorter format will help. Writing answers to sample or past examination papers under time conditions will help. Rereading and summarizing course notes, planning time for revision sessions and adhering to your schedule. Preparing brief essay plans for specific questions. You will need to find the most appropriate place to undertake your revision. Again, this is about personal preferences, but there are some key factors to take into account. The location should be quiet and free from interruption, right? Ensure that everything you require, like paper, pen, pencil, notebook, textbook, is in place, and it's in place before you start. Avoid access to distractions. What is the best time of day for you? Should you revise at home or in a library? Next point is getting in the mood, right? So preparing for examinations is not just about learning and memorizing facts and information for repetition in an examination. You will need to consider some of the points. 1. What do the examiners expect? The nature of the assessment criteria, the learning outcomes for the unit. Are your expectations realistic? Developing an efficient note-taking system, cracking the exam question code. Then comes the revision notes. Making good revision notes is very essential. Effective notes will provide you with an indication of what you understand about a specific topic and where gaps in your knowledge still remain. The format in which you produce revision notes is largely a matter of personal preference, but good revision notes will surely help you in manifold ways. You will understand new concepts, you will gain an overview of a topic or a unit, group information in an easily accessible format. Now comes the examination techniques. Part of your revision time should be spent in developing and improving your examination technique. You should practice these skills required to successfully complete the examination. These skills will include analyzing past papers, planning essays and reports, writing appropriately and accurately, using appropriate concepts and theories in your answers, synthesizing information and drawing a conclusion, identifying which type of question you are good at answering, managing your time during an examination, or prioritizing questions in the examination. Well, these are the secret steps that we follow at Hey Guru to help our students crack the exam. Now moving on to the next question that we had in the beginning of the session. Coaching or no coaching? It's an endless topic of discussion, right? But we can surely draw a valid and simple conclusion for the same after looking at a serious point of view. So why join coaching? While coaching institutes are a great help in your preparation, here are some reasons that prove why one must join coaching. Guidance from our experts, customized tutoring, competition, and well-planned study material.